Hello and welcome to Mrs. Patnell's phonics lessons for Group 2, which is Phase 3 phonics. Okay, we are motoring our way through Phase 3 now. So we've got another new sound to learn today. And it will be this sound. And I've been promising this sound for a while because this is the or sound which comes with the E sound. So when we have we got E handy? Let's have a look. So many sounds. Probably be right at the bottom of the pile. It actually is. Okay, so we did E for our straight donkey ears, and now we've got or. So the action for or comes with E. So E is up like this, or is floppy donkey ears, because that's the sound a donkey makes. E, or. So floppy donkey ears, every time you see these two together, because they make the or sound, or. Right, let's pop it over to one side for a sec and we will come back and visit it again in a moment. Let's have a quick whiz through the flashcards. I also want to do the alphabet, but I've left my poster in the other room, so I'm going to have to dart and get that in a minute as well. Okay, let's have a little whiz through a couple of Phase 2s, because I don't want anyone forgetting Phase 2. So, let's find where they are. Okay, we have got... Two of them together, usually at the ends of words or the ends of syllables. What about this one? And then one more from Phase 2. Let's go with this one. Put Phase 2 over there to bed, and then let's have a look at what we know of Phase 3. So when these two are together, I just told you it's the straight donkey ears, so it is the sound E. And this was the sound of the day yesterday. Remember, it's like we're going to the doctors with a sore throat and we say, ah. These two, when they're together as friends, what sound do they make? If I do a bit of this, ch, ch. This one, shh. And this one, quack, quack, quacking, quack, quack, quack. Two sounds for this one. Let's hear the one that sounds like a breeze. Let's go for the slightly louder one where our tongue's poked in just a little bit and say, Strong person, pinch that nose together and make an sound with your mouth open. J, 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 j. X. Y. Z. A. Trigraph. Aye, aye, Captain. Z, z, z. This one, the one I had to make because it seems to have vanished at my flashcards. Oh! I can see it a bit more clearly. Oh, and an A. Oh! And then these two here, we need the and the oo. Ooh. Right. All of the sounds we know. Gosh, you know so many now. There can't be a word you can almost not write, to be honest with you. Right, okay, back to the sound of the day is or. Let's have a go at writing it on our boards, and then I'll need to nip and get that alphabet sheet. Fingers crossed I don't forget. Okay, so the sound of the day. We'll write it because we need to know the importance of which order they come in. So we must do the O first, or if we're using letter names, the O, and then we must do the R afterwards, or letter name R, okay? So O, R, in that order. Otherwise, it will say something entirely different. So, these tricky old digraphs, they do demand we do them in order. So, O comes first in our floppy donkey ears, or sound, and then our, with a little hook on the end, comes afterwards. So there is our or sound, okay? Can we revisit Let's revisit shh, shh. Let's have a go at doing shh. What comes first in shh? Picture that flashcard when we do this. What letters can you picture? If you can remember one of them, that's great. Particularly the first one, because I found once you wrote it, the second one pops into your mind. So it is a... What comes next in shh? We've got our... What's next? It is a... If you remembered, then you are a superstar. Fantastic. Right, let's revisit as well the A sound. Can you remember any of those letters? Now, somebody in my class told me that a good way of remembering the A sound is that it starts with the letter that is named A. Okay, so on the alphabet song, you start with the letter that is named A. So, thank you for that tip, because that will help us to know this comes first, and then you might be able to think then what comes next for the A sound. What's the other letter? It is an I. There we go. A, then I, or A, then I, makes the A sound. Let's do one more. Let's go with, we won't do yesterday's, yesterday's R. Let's do yesterday's R sound. So what comes first in R when you're going to the doctors? It is an A first. And then on the end is a R. If you remembered that, you are a superstar. Well done. So we've revisited some sounds. Now, bear with me. I'm going to nip and get the alphabet sheet so you can time me. I'll be a matter of seconds. I'm back. That wasn't too long, I hope. Right, okay. Could have just paused the video, I suppose. Anyway, I've got my alphabet sheet here. We're going to sing the alphabet song, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of their names and the sounds they make. Okay, so let's bring it a little closer because the light is shining on it. So, are we ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me? Okay, let's ask you a couple of names and sounds that they make. So, the first one I'm going to ask you is this one. Have a good look at the capital version of the letter. Here's the non-cursive lowercase version. And there's a little guy next to you to help you maybe with the sound it makes when you read it. So what sound does this letter make when we read it? D, D for dog. And what's its name when we're singing the alphabet song? If you're not sure, then sing the song in your head. D. Right, let's try another one. Let's go with this one here. So here is the capital version, okay? And we know that quite well because it's actually the word I when it's by itself, isn't it? So it's giving you a bit of a clue. So here is the capital one. Here is the lowercase one. It doesn't have the hooks on and things. So what sound does it make when we read it? There's a picture of an igloo here to help you. So it's I for igloo, and its name is just like its tricky word. It is I. Okay, it's quite helpful, isn't it? Right, let's do one more. Let's go for this one here. Have a look at the capital one. Someone I know who's learning at home will recognise this capital letter quite well. And there's the lowercase one. And there's a picture of a house here to help us. So what sound does it make when we're reading this letter? It makes the H sound. And its name, we might have to sing the song to remind us of the name. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is the name of this letter. Okay, fabulous. Right, let's also have a go at tricky words. Now, I laid them out and you pointed to the right ones yesterday, but today I'm just going to flash them at you just as if I was tricky word trucks, okay? So, here's the first one. Always look at those first sounds. They're usually ones that are helping you. So don't make a rush guess. Look at the first sound, sound it out, and the word will probably pop into your head. So we've got G-O, go. I, we've just been speaking about I. Look at that first sound. N-O, no. For this one, we know with this here, we have to poke our tongue out for this digraph. So poke your tongue out and say the. Look at this digraph here that's helping you. Shh. And then this, on all phase 3 tricky words, seems to be making an E sound. So sh, E. Keep that E sound in mind as we look at the other phase 3 ones. This one, you can blend most of this. It, n, t, oo, into. Oh, this looks very much like into. This is just to, to. Here's a phase 3 one. If we blend it, was, was, but we don't say was, we say was. Look at the first sound, and then it's one of those S being tricky. So we've got E, we. First sound, E, me. Now, sometimes we rush and say me for this one as well, but it can't be me, we've just had it. This is helping you. This letter U is tricking you. It's making the I sound. So we've got I, my. First sound's helping you. It's that F making the same old sound, but E, B. And last one, helping you, doing that same sound you just did on B, E, he. Fab, hopefully you went through those super fast. Right, let's get back to sound of the day. So it's those floppy donkey ears. It is the or sound. Okay, we've had a go at writing it. Now I want you to have a go at writing it in the middle of some words. So I'm going to say the word to you. You can pause the video while you have a write, okay, and then I will go through it with you. So the first one we are going to have a go at writing is the word, nice easy one first of all, for. So you might be, what could you be writing? I don't know, you could be writing that this is a present for, and then that's when you need the word for. So it is a single sound followed by a digraph. So that's as much as I'm going to tell you. You've just got to fill in those sound buttons and cradles to write the word for, thinking about the or sound of the day. Okay, so pause the video, have a go at writing for. I notice my teeth are pressing down on my lip saying for. Okay, I'm going to go through it with you now. So or, I need a first of all. So loop that way, go down low and loop the other way. And then it's the sound of the day, digraph of the day. Or comes first, followed by r. And then I've got for. There we are. Right, next one. Can you now have a go at writing the word worn? Okay, so maybe like my teddy bear has been hugged so much since I was a baby, it is worn out. Okay, so worn is what you are writing. I'm going to let you know that that's what you need. A single sound, a sound cradle for a digraph, and a single sound on the end for worn. Worn. You say worn. What can you hear first of all as the first sound in worn? Pop it on your single sound button. Don't stop there. Think about what you can hear next for a digraph. Worn. And then go to your last sound. Pause the video if you need to finish that off. But I'm going to go through it with you now. So worn, worn. I can even see my face in the camera here doing the long pointy ooh. So it is a woo first of all. I'm going to whoosh up. I'm going to come down, up, and a little arm to finish. There he is. He looks a bit jaunty. And then what comes next? Worn, woo. Or, it's the sound of the day, or. So remember the order. Off, first and then the R, or the O first and then the R if we're talking about letter names. There we go. W, or, what's that last sound? Warn, warn. What can you hear on the end? Or, is my last sound. So on it goes, my n with one arch. Warn. Okay, let's go for the word fork. So you've got your knife and fork to eat your dinner with. Let's have a go at writing fork. So we should be pretty good at doing fork because it's been a bit similar to another word we've just done. So single sound, digraph on the sound cradle, and another single sound in fork. Pause the video, say fork to yourself, and think of the 3 sounds that you need. I'm going to go through it with you now for fork. So first sound, fork, fork. It is, there it is, loop underneath and through. Notice how it dips its tail underneath. It's one of those kind of letters. So fork. What's the next sound? Fork. Or. It's the digraph of the day, the or sound. So we must do the off first, followed by the r, and then what's on the end? Fork. Or. Now, I have told you that on the ends of words, if you hear the k sound, it's possibly both of them, curly k and kicking k. But on this word, it's not. It's just one of them, and it's the kicking one, okay? So I don't mind if you put both. I mean, you would have known it wasn't a sound cradle, so it might have caused you a bit of confusion. And I don't mind if you put curly k, because that's you thinking and hearing the k sound, so that is fine. But it is actually the kicking k, so there is fork. Let's do one more. Let's go for, let's go for short. Short, there's a tricky one because that contains 2 digraphs. Look at that. 2 digraphs together. We don't get that often lately, do we? So short, short. There are only 3 sounds, 1, 2, 3, but 2 of them are digraphs. Okay, so they will each have 2 letters each. Short. Pause the video, have a go at writing short on your board. Say it to yourself, robot talk it, think of the 3 sounds. Okay, let's do it together now. Short, short. I can hear the sh digraph. Sh digraph we practiced at the beginning is the s, and followed by the much taller next to it. Okay, so sh, short, sh. Or, it's the digraph of the day. Fancy that. So I need my off first, followed by my r. So sh, or. What's the last sound? Sh, or, t. It's just a single t on the end. And there we've done it. Wrote another word with 2 digraphs. Sh, or, t. Short. Fantastic if you got those right. Well done indeed with a brand new sound again today. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to show you some sentences now. I have got a few more than usual, unfortunately, and I will give you a stretch of writing one of those sentences afterwards if you're feeling full of beans. But then that's the end of your phonics lesson. So let's bring these sentences over to you. Okay, here is your first one. Have a look at this. Check if it's a good sentence. Capital K, finger spaces, and a lovely question mark. So this sentence is a question. Okay, pause the video, have a go at reading it by yourself. Look out for the digraph of the day because it will be there, I promise you. Okay, let's have a go together. So we've got k, a, n, can, a, k, o. That's the flashcard I had to make myself. K, o, t. Can a coat get t, digraph of the day, or t, or n, torn. Can a coat get torn on a, poke your tongue out for this one and say digraph of the day, or n, or n, thorn. Can a coat get torn on a thorn? That rhymes, doesn't it? Torn and thorn. Okay, can a coat get torn on a thorn? Absolutely it could if you got it caught on a rose bush, yes. Okay, next one. Slightly shorter sentence here. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. But look at the size of this word. Oh my goodness me. Okay, it has got a digraph that we've learned already on the end there. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled for that. This is really going to stretch your digraph knowledge. Okay, let's have a go at reading it together. It is a tail, digraph of the day, or now wag, wagging is a tail for wagging. Absolutely, a tail is for wagging, completely. So that's that one. Tricky one, that, with wagging. Nice short sentence here. Okay, remember this isn't the word I because it's got a friend with it, so you've just got to know that it's a capital I. Have a go at reading that. Look out for the digraph of the day amongst other digraphs. Let's do it together. It is a boot, boot, short, is a boot short? Well, I suppose that depends on whether it's a long boot or a short boot, really. So it could be either. Another short. Oh, I'm using the or sound of the day in short. Another short sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4 words. And there is the digraph of the day and a trigraph in there as well. So keep your eyes peeled for the 3 letters making one sound. Okay, let's tackle it together. It is a digraph of the day, or, and torch is a torch. B and r together almost sound like one sound, like a brr sound, brr, when you're a bit cold. Brr, brr. I, look, trigraph. Is a torch bright? Well, it is if you've just replaced the battery, so I'd say that's a yes. Oh, 3 words in this sentence. Super quick one, this. Remember, it's not the word I because it's got other letters with it. It's just a capital. Pause the video and have a read. I want to do it with you. Is k, or, sound of the day, corn, red. Is corn red? Corn. So corn that grows in a field. Well, I have got lots of farm fields at the back of me, and the farmers do grow a particular corn on the cob that grows red. I think it's purely for like pheasants to eat. So yes, corn can be red. And last one, here it is, a bit longer this one. It has a question mark on the end, so it's another question. Lovely capital D and beautiful finger spaces. Look out for those digraphs, particularly the digraph of the day. Pause the video and have a read. I'm going to do it with you now. Now, actually this is a bit cheeky, this word, because this is a bit tricky, and I haven't shown you this tricky word. It's not part of the phase 3 tricky words. D, and then it's making an oo sound rather than an o. Okay, so you're probably struggling and blending it as do, but it's actually d, oo, do. Should be 2 of those o's really for the oo sound, but it's a bit tricky. Do, b, ease, z, buzz, it, tricky word, the. Now let's tackle this here in 2 syllables. We've got sound of the day, or, on, on, morning. Do bees buzz in the morning? I suppose they do when the weather warms up. They don't mind what time of day it is, so I'd say yes. Right, okay. I am going to be fairly kind to you in the one I give you as a stretch sentence. I'm going to go with, is a boot short? Okay, that's a bit nice, isn't it? Only 4 words. Is a boot short? So have a go, because it has our digraph of the day in there amongst another digraph as well. So have a good go at is a boot short if you've got the energy to do it today. And I will see you, well, actually after half term now. So that's our last phonics lesson before half term. And hopefully we'll see some of you back in school. And hopefully for those others, maybe not too far off as well after half term. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.